Hey, welcome back to the CG Dojo Basic Shot Project. I am going to talk to you guys today about reverse wraps. Reverse wraps are a very common technique in amp guard where I use the triangular plane of the sword that we discussed in the flat wrap video, but we use external shoulder rotation to create that shot and create that angle. This is a very common shot that you see down from the guys at Gargoyles Gate down in Virginia. Okay, so anyway, so reverse wraps are a really common component of a shot called the money shot. So you'll often hear them mentioned as basically the same thing. But a reverse wrap is it's a lot like a flat wrap. The components again are torso rotation, arm extension, and external rotation of the shoulder. So the shoulder rotates externally this way. So just to show you guys what that looks like, a reverse wrap that's just straight and on chest level, like maybe targeting an outside forearm and a right-on-right sword orientation. Looks like this. So just you rotate the torso in the direction that you're throwing, which is this way, extend the arm, and when you hit about 50% or 45 degrees of arm extension, then you externally rotate the shoulder. Now, a reverse wrap typically lands when the sword is perpendicular to the ground, right? So a lot of people try to throw reverse wraps around like this. There are situations when that's useful. However, I feel that the amount of force that's generated from that shot tends to be a little bit lower, and sometimes mistakes are catastrophic. Don't take that to mean that you can't do that shot. That's just not the reverse wrap that I'm talking about for this video, and it's not the reverse wrap that I want you guys to practice on your Pell while you're acquiring these basic shots. So I'm going to show you guys how this looks in the money shot, which is typically a cross-side hip shot, right? So if someone has their guard down here, you might see them throw a money shot for this hip. So again, for any low shot, I want you guys to practice that couple of degrees, a couple of inches of knee flexion when you throw the shot. So it looks like this. I hit my set position, I rotate out a little bit like this, I fall to about 45 degrees while I hit my knee flexion and get just a little bit low. Then I rotate in this direction to power the shot, and as my arm extension hits 50%, I roll over and externally rotate that shoulder. So slowly it looks like this. From the set position with straight legs, if you get tired and you don't want to do all of these shots with knee flexion, you don't necessarily need to. A reverse wrap is also a powerful high quadrant shot, particularly to the sword side. So if you would like to practice a reverse wrap without the knee flexion, feel free to do so. It just typically seems to work best as a low quadrant shot much of the time. But a high quadrant reverse wrap just looks like this. So there's another shot that I consider kind of a derivative of the reverse wrap. It's called the backhand. Not everybody thinks about it this way, but that's how I think of it, because the critical element of a reverse wrap, in my opinion, is again that external shoulder rotation. So a backhand essentially is a high reverse wrap, but the hand is pushed this way as that external rotation is achieved. So what that does is it strikes this same side chest, and I externally rotate my shoulder as that comes around with my torso rotation, of course, and it lands this way. And as you can see, if Peter the Quick had arms, he lost them in a horrible dueling accident. He would have a lot of difficulty trying to swing around in this direction, so that's one of the functions that happen. So the target for this tends to be this same side chest for the backhand. And in addition, a nice thing that you can use this to set up is, well, what is it likely for a Peter to throw back at me? It's this crossway shot to this forearm. So it adds up as a nice setup into a combination where I throw this backhand, block, and then throw basically any other shot. But just to give you a couple more examples of that backhand, I'm going to throw it real slowly for you. Alright, that's reverse wraps. Thank you very much.